Hi, Samantha. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview with me. I would like to discuss with you a topic that is relevant to both of us because we're both forensic nurses, is the STI rates in Maricopa County specifically, because that's where we are. So with Maricopa County and gonorrhea and chlamydia, we're always above the national average. So in syphilis, we're usually about borderline. We're pretty equal, but we always are in the top three of the country. We're always up there. So, what I would like to discuss with you today is how can we integrate perspectives and strengths from a public health perspective to find solutions to address this public health problem.
I was in a meeting recently with county health department and they said we're now top 4, so we've made some improvements. I think it's a few things. I think one, community awareness about the risk for sexually transmitted infection and having discussions around the risk factors. I think there's a misperception that if someone has a sexually transmitted infection, they would know because they might experience symptoms, but a lot of STIs are asymptomatic. I think also there needs to be discussion with healthcare providers about screening and universal screening for high-risk populations. I think also there's a lack of screening from multiple sites. You can have sexually transmitted infection from multiple sites. So if you have someone that's maybe engaging in oral sex but not penile-vaginal sex, it's important for healthcare providers to have those discussions to know that there's multiple sites of infection they should be doing screening.
Your last one, I think, is going to be potentially an answer to this because it's discuss potential opportunities and challenges in applying leadership and management principles to this public health problem. What I see, and obviously I would love to hear your perspective, is the principals' lack of training to know that there's multiple sites that should be tested. And so education, which is something I'm passionate about, but what do you think would be a challenge from a leadership management perspective with STIs?
Funding. I think in leadership, I think one of the biggest barriers to any problem is funding. Whether that's funding for equipment or funding for who's going to provide the education and training. So I think it's easy to say throw money at a problem, but definitely funding is one of the biggest barriers for a lot of issues in healthcare.
Great. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.